Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy you could make it tonight. This is the Medicine Cabinet Makeover class. It is the first class in a series called Reinventing Healthcare. There's a lot of really great information. This is the class that kind of helps you understand why doTERRA is such an exemplary company, and it just tells you a little bit about essential oils in general, about different oils that doTERRA offers, and then about the benefits of a wholesale membership. So there's a lot of really beneficial information in here tonight, and I'm really glad that you're able to uh, log on and just watch this webinar. So doTERRA has changed my life, and I'm super excited to share with you the ways that it has done that and just help you to understand how it might help change your life. So before we get started, I just want to go ahead and let everybody know that I am not a doctor. I'm only Dr. Mom. I'm not trying to treat, diagnose, or cure any ailments or illnesses. I've done my own research, and everything that I'm telling you is based off of my personal experience and research, but I would recommend that you do your own research and become educated for yourselves. And I'm not trying to discount medical professionals in any way. I think that it's a partnership, and I value their diagnosis abilities and their help when needed. So let's go ahead and get started. So when you hear the phrase modern medicine, you might think of prescriptions, Tylenol, Advil, that sort of a thing. But what exactly is modern medicine? Well, modern medicine is synthetically designed in a laboratory, it's synthetically produced, and the main purpose for it is to manage a symptom of, a specific thing. So what they want to do is they want to create a specific desired effect. So what they'll do is they'll take a chemical constituent that's out in nature, like the wintergreen's main chemical constituent is methyl salicylate, and that's an analgesic. It relieves pain. So what they'll do in the laboratory is say, hey, I want to create that in a laboratory. So they'll create it, patent it, and mass produce it, and then they put it on the market. And then the doctors give it to their patients, and the patients will use those synthetics. There are a few problems with these synthetics. A lot of the times, these medications are designed only to manage symptoms. And they're not really addressing the root cause of the issue. So, over time, because you're just managing a symptom, you're never curing the issue or trying to solve the root problem. A lot of people will begin to get side effects, and you're going to have the known side effects, which we've all seen those commercials that tell you how great a prescription is and how it's going to change your life, and then it proceeds to ramble a giant list of things that you're gonna have these different side effects, headache and dizziness and all these horrible things, and those are the known side effects. And sometimes down the line, you'll have the unknown side effects, like with that's where a lot of the lawsuits and that sort of a thing come from. So you won't know about those until it's too late. So that's a big problem with these synthetics. We spend $4.5 trillion per year on healthcare globally, and I just we aren't really healthier because of it. In America, we spend the most on healthcare than any other industrialized nation, but we rank alarmingly low in terms of healthcare. We're 37th. So we're the best country to be in if you're in an automobile accident or if you need a surgery or anything like that, but we really aren't getting our money's worth in terms of preventative care. So, like I said, sometimes modern medicine is necessary, but what I don't like is that oftentimes that cycle never ends. And that's opposed to nature's medicine. In nature, plants have hundreds of natural compounds that address a myriad of issues. So they're going to help the body to heal itself, not just symptom manage, although they also address that need. These compounds address physical as well as emotional needs too. There are no side effects. They're safe to use as medicine without worry. So for instance, if someone in my family is getting sick, I can use melaleuca oil, and it's really cost effective. I don't have to pay a $20 copay and a $5 to $20 prescription charge and then spend all that time out of the house. Melaleuca costs 8 cents a drop. I'll use about 2 drops 3 times a day. That's about 50 cents. And the nice thing is that you can use essential oils in the comfort of your own home. and you don't have to worry about the side effects like you might have to worry about with modern medicine. So it's really nice to have those benefits without that worry. So I'd like for you to take a moment and just kind of think about your three biggest personal concerns, or health goals, health issues or concerns, and just kind of start thinking about that as we're going through this presentation. You'll sort of learn different oils that might be able to help you if you're kind of already thinking about it. Nature has an incredibly powerful form of natural medicine, and that is essential oils. Essential oils are 50 to 70 times more concentrated than the herbs from which they're derived, and so you're only going to be using about 2 to 3 drops at a time. When we use essential oils, we're using the plant's own immune system. We're harnessing that plant's immune system, using it in our own bodies, and getting the same results. A great a great thing about essential oils is that they inhibit the growth of bacteria and viruses. So recently, me and my son got a cold, and we got our On Guard delivered when we were in the thick of things. And within 10 minutes of applying this On Guard essential oil blend, both sides of my sinuses had cleared, and I felt completely better the next morning. But normally, when you go to a doctor, the doctor is going to tell you, if you have a virus, I can't help you. You're going to have to go home and wait it out, which is the unique property about essential oils, is that essential oils can penetrate the cell wall where viruses live, as opposed to where bacteria lives on the outside and the virus lives on the inside of the cell. Those essential oils can penetrate that cell wall and help your body to have those tools that it needs to heal quickly. So when we use essential oils, we're using the plant's own medicine cabinet. This plant has been thriving in nature for hundreds and thousands of years, and it knows how to survive and has all the tools it needs to survive. So we're getting those same benefits when we put those essential oils in our own bodies. Now, I'd like to address the difference between essential oils. Not all essential oils are created equally, so I'd like to be very clear that I'm not talking about all essential oils when I talk about the benefits of essential oils, particularly those that might be compromised. So when I talk about essential oils, I'm talking about a very specific grade of oils that doTERRA carries. So there are 4 different grades of essential oils, the first being synthetic. These are going to be produced in a laboratory, synthetically made, and they're going to be the ones that you find in perfumes, lotions, shampoos, deodorants, that sort of thing. And they smell great, but there's no therapeutic benefit to them. The next grade is going to be food grade. It's going to be the type of oil that you're going to find in peppermint and cinnamon gum and that sort of thing. The next grade is therapeutic grade. These are the ones that you're going to find in the health food store and on the internet. But the problem with these essential oils is that there's no regulation. So you don't really know what you're getting when you purchase essential oils from a health food store or offline. It could say it's 100% pure, but it might be diluted or have other oils or weeds or pesticides or chemicals in it. It could be compromised, and if you use an essential oil that is compromised on yourself, say on a burn, it could actually cause more harm than good. So therapeutic oils have served us well for over 30 years, and I'm grateful for them. However, doTERRA has a new standard, certified pure therapeutic grade. This grade of essential oils is a new standard for essential oils, and it's a higher standard that is the only standard I will trust for using on myself or on my family. So in order to be certified pure therapeutic grade, it has to be an oil that comes from the country or the places where the plants grow indigenous. So in doTERRA, our lavender is grown in the high altitudes of France. Our frankincense is grown in Oman. And this will make a difference in the chemical constituents of that plant and its potency. Each liter of doTERRA's essential oils undergoes multiple third-party laboratory testing. And these tests are going to ensure that the oils are pure, genuine, authentic, and potent. And they're also going to make sure that every time you open that bottle, it's going to work the same way because it matches a standard. So the oils really go beyond organic. They're not organic, but they're verified pure and free of fillers, pesticides, and foreign contaminants. So you know that you're getting a quality product when you purchase doTERRA's essential oils. So there are a few different ways that you can use essential oils. The first way is aromatically. I would use an oil aromatically if I wanted to affect my mood, and that includes depression. You can boost your mood by using oils this way. You can kill airborne pathogens, you can open your airways, so you can just put a drop in your hands and breathe it in, or you can diffuse it, and it's a really nice way to get the benefits of those essential oils. The next way is topically. Um, Topically, you're going to want to use an oil topically for things like localized pain, stomach ache, headache. You can use it with massage. We have some really nice oils with doTERRA that partner very well with massage, and also for immune support. You're going to use those directly on location on the head, feet, ears, the back of the neck, the chest, whatever the trouble area is, but those are some good places to use it. And the last way is specific to doTERRA's certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, and it's a whole new way to use essential oils. You're going to want to use an oil internally if you have digestive issues, mouth, throat, or liver issues. You can use it a drop under the tongue. I like to put some in a glass of water. You can also put them in a capsule. And you can make really healing foods and drinks by using essential oils. Okay, essential oil safety. Essential oils are just very safe and gentle, but you are going to want to avoid the eyes, ears, and nose. And dilute with a carrier oil, not water, particularly if you get them in your eyes or anything like that, because oils can be caustic sometimes or hot. They might sting a little bit. So make sure you're following all the label directions for each oil. Don't use them internally if it says not to use them internally. Make sure you're diluting them as needed. And if you put an oil on and it stings a little bit, even if it's diluted, go ahead and dilute it a little bit more even. But make sure not with water. You want to dilute it with that oil, olive oil or coconut oil, whatever you happen to have. So, are you ready to take the modern medicine cabinet and turn it into the natural solutions medicine cabinet? We're going to talk a little bit about the different essential oils. So, the first oil is frankincense. This oil is an amazing oil. It is truly just one of my favorite oils. It is the superhero of all oils. It is really great because it can cross that blood-brain barrier, which not a lot of things can. And that's why a lot of people will use this when they have Parkinson's or Alzheimer's or things that involve the brain. I know for my son, whenever he bumps his head because he's still learning to walk, I'll put frankincense on it, and it'll just it reduces any swelling or any mark that he might get. I really love this oil. It also seems to kind of support the effects of other oils, which is a really nice benefit of it. You can use it to calm stress and use it for headaches and then supporting the immune system. It's also great for to use as an anti-inflammatory. It's a wonderful oil. So this is one of my favorites, frankincense. Deep Blue is one of my new favorites. They're probably all going to be my favorite. I can't tell you how much I love them. This one is really good for joint pain or muscle pain. It's got kind of an icy hot effect. If you have like the stiff neck or anything like that, it is really great to use for stiff neck. I always put it on my shoulders before I go to bed, and I don't wake up with knots in my shoulders anymore. It's also good for growing pains. And it's just it's a great blend to use for after you work out, things like that. So it's also good for headaches, which is really nice. Deep Blue comes as the oil that you see in the middle. It also comes in a roll-on bottle, and it comes in a rub. So if you're using it on a smaller area, you might want to use the drops or the roll-on. But if you want to cover a larger area like a back or a larger muscle, the Deep Blue rub is great for that. Lavender is kind of the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. This oil is, I mean, when you're in doubt, just use lavender. It is good for the emotional support for anxiety or for helping with sleep. It can reduce anxiety and stress. It helps with skin blemishes. If you have a scrape or a bite or a sting or burn, even sunburns, it's really good for all of those things. It helps to regenerate that damaged skin. So this is a really nice oil. A lot of people will use it in their homemade chapsticks, and it's really nice for helping with chapped lips. So it's a really great oil, and it's a very soothing oil. So lemon is a great oil. I love using lemon for my cleaning products. I make my own homemade cleaning products, and it's just kind of a happy oil to have in your cleaners. It also kind of packs a little bit of extra power for sanitizing. It eliminates those germs and those viruses. It's great for a sore throat. If you have a sore throat, you can make a honey and lemon tea with just warmed water with about a tablespoon of honey and then a drop of that lemon oil. It's really great for sore throats, and it's going to help combat those germs too. Putting it in water is an awesome way to kind of gently detox your system. But one note I'd like to make is that you don't want to use any citrus oils in plastic because they will eat through synthetics. So make sure that you're using it in glass or in stainless steel. We put a drop of lemon oil on styrofoam one day, and it had eaten almost completely through it within a couple of hours. So you just want to make sure that you're using the proper container for that. If you forget your washing, or if you forget your clothes in the wash for a day, it's also really great to put it in your wash and rewash your clothes. It'll cut down that kind of mildew smell that you get. So it's really a great antioxidant. It's good for eliminating those microbes, that sort of thing. So this is a good oil for that. Melaleuca it's a really awesome oil for kind of blasting away germs. If you have any issues with your skin, putting Melaleuca directly on that is going to help to kill the germs and get rid of that blemish. If you have athlete's foot or any kind of fungus issue, it's really good for that. We use it for ear infections. We'll just put it right along the outside of the ear, and it helps get rid of ear infections. If we're getting sick, you can put it on the bottoms of your feet. It's good for helping to combat those colds. It's also good for yeast, and it is a lot of people use it for cold sores. So it's a great oil for that. It's another one of the ones that I use in my cleaning product because I feel like it just kind of adds that extra cleanliness factor that I crave. Oregano is an amazing oil. They actually have done studies recently that show that oregano can kill MRSA, which is just amazing. Because if you know anything about MRSA, it's antibiotic resistant. So that is just phenomenal. A lot of people will use oregano on warts, and it helps to get rid of those warts. It is just kind of a medicine cabinet in a bottle. You can dilute it and put it on the soles of your feet if you're getting a cold. It's really good for stimulating the immune system. This is one that you're going to want to be very careful with because it is a very caustic oil and it will burn. But it works well for sore throats and that sort of a thing. It's antifungal, antibacterial, inflammatory, and also antiparasitic. So it's a really amazing oil. Peppermint is such a great oil. I recently started using it in a lip balm along with wild orange, and it's just got a very cooling effect. This is an oil you can use to help reduce fevers. If you're having difficulty breathing, maybe if you have lung congestion or anything like that, you can put it on the chest, and it helps break up that congestion and just kind of make it easier to breathe. It's very oxygenating. It helps improve alertness and focus. And also, if you're feeling nauseated, it's a good one to smell because it helps to alleviate that nausea. So it's good for energizing you. It's got really invigorating properties. And headaches are actually a really good use for this one. Putting it on the temples, on the forehead, it's really going to help knock out that headache. So it's a good one to keep in your purse or anything. So Breathe has it's kind of like the equivalent of Vicks. You can put it on the soles of the feet, on the back, on the chest, and it really just helps if you're having difficulty breathing, get rid of that congestion, and it helps to just improve kind of all the yucky breathing issues that come along with colds. It's also, a lot of people will use this for asthma attacks, and I've heard of successes where people are able to use this and they don't wind up needing their inhaler, so it's really awesome for that. Digestin is a really good oil for any kind of digestive discomfort. If you have acid reflux or nausea or any kind of motion sickness, if your stomach is just not feeling good for any reason, if your child has a stomach ache, it's a really good one to pull out and use. And it kind of has that black licorice smell. It's got the fennel in there, and it works really well for easing that nausea and that upset stomach. On Guard is one of my other favorites. It helps to stimulate immune support, like I talked about earlier with my family getting colds and it helping knock out the cold. And already this year, we've used it in our house for all of us as we were getting sick, and we got a sore throat. We put it on our feet a few times that day and woke up better. So it helped our bodies to prevent themselves from getting sick, which is really great. We also like to diffuse it. It will eliminate those airborne pathogens and germs. And it's great to just use if you're maybe a teacher or if you have children that are in school or anything like that. It's just good to use as a preventative measure so that you aren't getting sick, you aren't letting those germs get a foothold. And there's actually an entire On Guard line. So On Guard has a toothpaste, they have a hand wash, they have the throat drops, and they have the hand soap, which is really awesome for that, fighting those germs on a regular basis throughout the day. A lot of people will even make hand sanitizers with that On Guard, so it's awesome for that. Some of my new favorites, the laundry detergent is outstanding. I noticed that my whites were whiter after one time using the laundry detergent. And it's a very gentle, natural detergent. My son had recently gotten like a flu and had thrown up on his pajamas, and I couldn't get the smell out no matter what I did, and I washed it in the On Guard, and it took that smell right away. So it was really awesome. And then the On Guard capsules and the beadlets, a lot of people will take those when they start feeling a cold coming on, and it just helps to kind of knock it out before it gets that momentum to get us sick. So the emotional wellness, these three oils are kind of what I've deemed as the emotional wellness trio, and I just love these three oils. They're three of my absolute favorites, and the first one is Serenity. This one is really great for helping with sleep issues. It helps my 1.5-year-old to sleep just more deeply, especially if he's having struggles sleeping for whatever reason. It's really good for that. It's good at calming you down and just kind of alleviating anxiety, hyperactivity. It helps with stress. It has that lavender base, but it just smells almost sweeter than lavender. It's a really nice oil. Balance is one of the most awesome oils I've ever seen in my life. Whenever my 1.5-year-old is having a meltdown, I just kind of swipe him in the forehead with the Balance oil, and it kind of grounds him, and it just brings him back to a state where he can think more clearly, and he will spend the next few hours just happier. And every time I use it on him, I use it on me, which I think probably helps. And it's just kind of got a really nice woodsy smell. It smells like you're standing in the middle of a forest, and it just kind of promotes that tranquility, and it helps alleviate that hyperactivity and anxiety and that sort of a thing. So that's a really great oil for any emotional issues that you might be having on a day-to-day basis. And Elevation, it is just a happy oil. It really does uplift your mood and make you feel happy, and it's just got that very citrus kind of a smell, and it's so I put this one in cotton balls in my car just so I can smell it when I'm driving. It's just such a happy smell, and it's really energizing. So it's one of my absolute favorite oils. I told you all of them would be my favorite. So past tense, this is the headache and tension blend. So if you have any shoulder tension or pain or headaches or anything like that, this is going to be the oil you turn to. It smells amazing, and I am able to knock out some pretty intense migraines with it. So I love this oil. Next is the Slim and Sassy. It is a proprietary formula that includes ginger, peppermint, grapefruit, lemon, and cinnamon. It is great for curbing those sugar cravings. It helps to stabilize the blood sugar with that cinnamon in there, and so a lot of people who have diabetes will use this to help regulate their systems like that. And it just kind of supports the metabolism. So it's a good oil for that. You can use it topically for trouble issues, or a lot of people will use it in capsules and take it throughout the day, and they notice a big benefit from doing that. Clary Calm is the monthly blend for women. It kind of just helps to tame all of those symptoms that we get around that time of the month. And I just will use it every day on my forehead, on the back of my neck for that week, and it helps with. I get hormonal headaches a lot, so it helps with that, and then just kind of alleviating the general symptoms that come along with that. So it's a great one. The Lifelong Vitality Pack, these are vitamins, and this is doTERRA's #1 selling product. And it's funny that an essential oil company has their #1 selling product as the vitamins, but I can tell you why. I just started taking them recently, and they really do make you feel better. And when I forget to take them, I can tell. It gives you energy, and it just supports your cellular longevity. It supports the immune system. It helps balance your mood. And so it's really just a great little system. A lot of people will use it instead of anxiety or depression medications. And so I feel like I'm not suggesting that you quit any medications or anything like that, but I would definitely leave it up to you to take this and just see how you feel. Make that call for yourself. This pack is very amazing, the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I'd like to talk a little bit about different tips for using the essential oils. So everybody is different, and our chemical makeup is different from each other. So if one oil or one regimen is not working for you, the nice part is that we have a ton of different options to choose from. So if one thing isn't working for you, try something else. And the great part is it's not going to hurt you if you use the wrong oil. Frequency is key. If you have an acute problem, using it even as frequently as 15 or 10 or 5 minutes is totally appropriate. And when I get a headache, I will use it every couple minutes until the headache goes away. And for chronic problems, a couple of times a day is totally appropriate. You want to make sure that you're diluting oils properly. I know a lot of the information you can find on the internet will tell you certain ways to do things, but specific to doTERRA's oils, they're very potent. And so I know I got myself in trouble one time by using oregano internally undiluted, and it burned because other brands of oils may be diluting and may not be as caustic, be as strong, but doTERRA has those pure oils, and so they are going to have that potency. So you just want to be careful to make sure you're diluting according to doTERRA's standards. Now, all the oils we've talked about, that's not even all the oils that doTERRA has, and it might feel a little bit overwhelming, but luckily we have an amazing resource available to us that kind of makes it so you don't have to know anything, and it's called Modern Essentials, and it is just a book that talks about the science of the essential oils. It talks about those monoterpenes and the just kind of the science of the essential oils. It gives you an ailments reference guide, which is really nice. So you can look up in the back of the book if you're experiencing some type of issue, and then flip to the bolded page. It'll give you all the different oils that you can use. And it gives you background information, common uses for each oil, and then just safety information, how you want to be using those oils. So this book is amazing. You don't have to remember anything about your oils as long as you have this book out on your kitchen counter. So the savings between the modern medicine cabinet and the natural solutions cabinet. We actually went out and bought all of these items, and the true cost was $812 for the modern medicine cabinet and $550 for the natural solutions cabinet. And remember, when you're using essential oils, you're going to be using about maybe 1 or 2 drops at a time. And so you're getting maybe 200 applications as opposed to maybe 12 or 24 with some of those other items. And remember, with the medicine cabinet on your left, you're just managing symptoms. So the savings really far exceed what you see here. Um, so as I mentioned at the start of the class, like, I think it's very important to have the tools that you need in order to promote health for your family, and just kind of understanding why doTERRA can help your family. So you're probably wondering at this point, how can I purchase these oils? How can I get my hands on some of them? Well, the first way is that you can buy retail, and some people will buy retail and then just a couple bottles just to try different things out. And then cold and flu season will hit, and they realize, oh my goodness, I need an oil and I don't have it, and they'll have to order it and wait for it to come in the mail. And that is really sad when you have somebody who has a sick kid and they don't have that oil that they need to help them or anything like that. So you can buy retail, but the way that most people buy is wholesale. And the reason that people will buy wholesale is because there are so many benefits. They have doTERRA has outlined some enrollment. They have enrollment kits available to us. So you can start out with a nice line of oils that kind of can cover all your bases. The Home Essentials kit is an awesome kit that really does come with it can cover a lot of issues that you'll have. You'll pay no enrollment fee when you buy one of the enrollment kits, as opposed to otherwise you would have to pay an enrollment fee. The products are discounted even below the wholesale price, and anytime that you buy a wholesale enrollment kit of $150 or more, I gift you the book of the Modern Essentials, so you'll have that guide for yourself and be able to refer to it in order to use those oils. So the benefits of a wholesale membership. You're going to immediately get that 25% discount off retail prices. If you participate in the Loyalty Rewards program, you can earn a percentage back and get points, which is really nice. I recently got a bottle of Melaleuca, lavender, and lemon oil all for free just because I had earned so many points back. So it's really great if you're going to be purchasing those oils anyhow. The enrollment fee is $35 if you don't sign up with an enrollment kit. But each year when you renew your membership, it's only $25, and they send you a bottle of peppermint. So it only costs about $4.50 to maintain that membership annually. And it's just kind of like a Sam's Club membership or a Costco membership. It just gives you the discounted price. There is no obligation. So you're also privy to special members only promotions. We are able to get different oils that other people are not, or there are some awesome programs that they run so that you can get you have opportunities to get a free oil every month, or maybe it's not every month, but just different things every month. It changes. You can log in to access your account and manage your orders. There are no requirements whatsoever to participate in the business side, but it is there if you'd like it. And there are no strings attached with it. You don't have to sell any oils in order to maintain your membership. You don't have to, buy a certain amount in order to maintain that discount. You will always have that discount as long as you're renewing that membership. Right now, doTERRA is offering a special where if you enroll with a kit that is above 100 PV or above, which PV is just kind of the points value, and then the next month you place a 100 PV loyalty rewards order, you get that lifelong vitality pack for free, which is amazing. It's a really great way to start out and have that special offer available to you. I used to rely heavily on modern medicine, and over the past few years, I have really felt a need and a desire to know what was going into my family's body and what exactly we were putting on and in ourselves. And so I started pursuing natural medicine more, and that's kind of where I came across doTERRA. And I really have come to the point where I want to take control of my health and my family's health. Um, like I said, I appreciate modern medicine. I'm happy that it's there when I need it, but I really want to experience greater health that's free of side effects and free of worry. And I know that I can help every person I come into contact with through these oils, and that's why I'm here. And I'm looking for people who have that similar goal, that want to have that health that's free of those side effects and issues that modern medicine is bound by. So if you are interested in enrolling, please contact me. I would love to um, help you get enrolled and get you oils in your hands, and just help you to share with other people the amazing benefits of doTERRA. So thank you so much for logging on tonight. I hope you all have a great night.